Hello. Today is April 1st. And that's not an April Fool's joke. If you go to the fast food today, that's also the day that they raised the minimum wage for fast food workers today in California. I made a little short video about that. Have you noticed any of the big increases? I've noticed, I filmed videos about the inflation prior to that, probably a couple of months ago, about how expensive everything's getting. Where you used to be able to get just in recent times, I'm not talking about like 1922, you can get a whole cow for $1. No, I would say like when I made that video, it was like 2 months ago. This was this price, now it's this. Things like 2 months ago, you can get two of these burgers for $5. Now it's two for 10, so it's actually doubled in price in a couple of months, and that was prior to the increase, which started today. So maybe I will stop by a fast food establishment. Maybe I'll get an iced tea and film the menu board or something and see. I'm sure some of you probably noticed that out here. But this video right here, this video is about something that's been asked a number of times. Oh, by the way, don't forget, boom, 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 right there. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell because we do have a new treasure hunt starting. If you want to watch that video, go back that way. There's a treasure hunt video. We're about to draw the prize on the 9th for the other contest. That's going to be the comic picker contest. There's a video about that I made last night as well. So if you want to go back and take a look at those two contests where you can win prizes, no spam, no scam, nothing. I will need your address though to mail you the prize, and then if you want to be announced, I can say like my name is David Gardner. It would be like David G won a prize. It'd be the first name and last initial, like that. But we do have those contests. But this is a question that's been asked a number of times. Don't forget, subscribe. This has been asked a number of times. We do have a new Q&A. I'm trying to work on. I got about 5 or 6 questions so far in the Q&A. So if you want to add something to the Q&A down there, this question has been asked a number of times. So I thought, well, I was writing the questions down on the Q&A, and I was about to put that on there. I thought, well, you know what? Why not just do a video just on this one subject? I think this one subject will be long enough and important enough to record a standalone video, which we're doing right now. This is it. This is standing alone. I'm sitting because I have an owie on my foot. Owie, owie, owie. But here is an issue that has been addressed a number of times. There's some variations to this question as well, which will make it onto the Q&A. I'm not going to tell you what that question is, because then it will spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. There's going to be a question about this on the Q&A. Stay tuned for that. Make sure when you subscribe, boop, 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 also hit the bell, because that way you'll be getting the treasure hunt information like this. Like if I say, hey, you know what? Someone said they think they saw the treasure by a big oak tree. It's by a tree, but it's not an oak. And something like that. Oh, wait. And so you look at all these oaks. You can eliminate those oaks from your search, and then maybe you're going to look for a elm tree or a pine tree. So, that's just an example. I haven't hidden it yet. So I don't know where it'll be hidden. This is what it's going to look like. Boop, 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 boop. This is what you're looking for, but it'll have a note inside there. It's not been hidden yet because of the rain and the fact I can't walk very far with my foot injury. So if I was to hide it, I'd have to hide it just, just like walk out and throw it somewhere, and I won't really know where it is. But it's fine. I'm not searching for it, so it's okay if I know where it is, because I'm not part of the hunt for this. It won't be an April Fool's joke. Yes, it will come out. Today is April Fool's Day. So hopefully nobody's playing any pranks on you. Prank, prank, prank. They want to pinch you for one holiday and prank you for another. And nowadays, with all the pranks on TikTok, you think every day is April Fool's Day. I think you can be a fool any day you want. It's up to you. What day do you pick? December the 9th, whatever. Go be a fool, have some fun. Or maybe wear a silly hat to work or something. And they say, why are you wearing that silly hat, David? It's April Fool's Day. So this question has been asked, and similar questions to this, is when I work on set, or when a person works on set. Also another thing came up. People tell me, why do you cover things like acting and your classic car and a lost dog? This is a weight loss channel. Thank you for telling me what my channel is. This is my channel. Your channel, maybe it's called weight loss. Just weight loss. You know, it could be youtube.com/@weight loss. And maybe you can own that. I think it's probably been taken, the name weight loss. But it could be weight loss with Billy Bob or Billy Bob's weight loss, whatever you want to call yours. But this is not a weight loss channel. No, 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 no. You got it all wrong. April Fools. This is a weight loss channel. April Fools. No, it's not. This is a channel of how I improve my health. And right now, after improving my health, I've had a setback with my foot. But this is from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet. This is our overall everything. So please quit telling me my channel is a weight loss channel. My channel is a diet channel. Tell me your diet, David. Tell me your diet. My diet's not great. My diet is my diet. It's what I eat. You know, if I see someone eat, I'm probably gonna eat it, and then I have to make modifications to that product. I've found ways to modify pizza, modify quesadillas, modify snacking, modify this, and I found ways to do that. So this channel is not, once again, not a weight loss channel at all. So thank you. If you're looking for a weight loss channel, all you do is go to YouTube in the search thing and just put weight loss. And make sure you spell it right, because you might put WAIT, weight loss, and then I think you want to wait less in line for the new Apple iPhone 93. So this is the question was asked. The lady was asking me, when I'm on set or other people on set, what if you're mistreated? Because she took some of my advice on some of the other videos, and she went and got herself an acting job. She's actually had 3 acting jobs. Her and her sister, they both are very overweight. Not the 2 ladies, you know, before you even ask, no, not the 1,000-pound sisters, whatever that is. She is probably, she knows it's okay to discuss her thing. She's probably about 125 pounds, 130 pounds overweight, basically like I was, but at 5'11", I can carry more weight without it showing. If you're supposed to weigh 125 and you weigh 250, that's a lot different than if you're supposed to weigh 195 and you're that amount overweight. So she might be double her weight that they're asking. They're saying that she should get. I don't know about 125. She's pretty short. I think she's 5'5", and she is pretty heavy. Her sister's even bigger. I've never met her sister. Met them through a program being run by the Southern Methodist Hospital. Is now been bought by USC. It's not as good. I don't think it's as good. Sorry. It was a lot better when it was the Methodist Hospital. But they had a program. You had personal trainers. You had the whole bit, like the movie stars get. You could pay some money, and you could have that whole ensemble. This is what you should eat. This is how you should do this. This is exercise this way. And let's measure this and measure that. Let's lift this thing. How strong are you here, and how strong is your back? How strong, and the entire thing. How long can you go on the treadmill? They put the little things on you, and all that. And it was very inexpensive because it was tied in with the YMCA and the Methodist Hospital. So I was probably getting, I don't know, $500 worth of service per month, and I was paying $42, less than 10%. And I did that for until it ended. Sadly, I would probably still be doing it right now. It was a lot of fun. A lot of work, a lot of fun. But she was asking, what if I'm mistreated on set? What if I am mistreated? What if they mistreat me? Well, if they mistreat me, it might be different than if they mistreat her, because I'm a member of a union. Now, the union I'm a member of is more of a guild. They say, if you say to them, union, why didn't you get me any work? Let me turn this off 1 second. Union, why are you not getting me any work? You're not getting me any work. I need work. You don't get me any work. I should be working every day. Well, we're basically just a guild. We're a guild. And then, if you violate one of the rules, you violate a union rule. Give us money. But I am a member of the SAG-AFTRA union. Okay, it used to be called the Screen Actors Guild. Now it's called the Screen AFTRA union, I think. I don't know. So I remember that. So I would make a complaint to them. First, I would try to figure it out on set. If someone's mean to me, what are they going to do to me? Really, I'm pretty durable. When I get to set, I need to know a couple things. Where's the bathroom? And where do I sign in? And is there coffee available? There's things I don't need to know about the coffee, but I may need to know where the bathroom is located. That's basically all I need to know when I first get there. Then I'll learn the rest as they go along throughout the day. We're going to eat at this time. We're going to do this. Hey, we're going to have smoke on set. We get extra money if there's smoke. They call them bumps. You get a smoke bump. Maybe it starts to rain. You get a wet bump because they're going to they're not going to cancel that part of the shoot. They're going to have you outside in the rain, and you'll get a little extra money for this. You get a little extra this for a little of this. So usually they don't mistreat me. They know better. They know better. I'm going to handle it myself, usually without involving anyone else. One show I was on when I was I'm not going to tell you the name of it. They were screaming at everybody all day, and I wasn't saying a word. I was just sitting there reading my book, and they would scream. When we're on break, we're on break. So we don't need people running in and screaming at us. They can have someone coming into the area in which we're holding and say, "Hey, folks, they're filming right next door, so if you can kind of please keep your voices down as we go in. Don't tell us to go in there, have fun, throw paper airplanes, run around, play the Twister or whatever you're doing, and then come and start screaming at us because you just put us on break. We're like kids, there's a bunch of kids get together. So a lot of times there's a lot of noise. Sometimes they'll play music, some people are dancing, some people bring a keyboard in and they're playing and they're singing and they're whatever, and they get mad. So one lady, she kept screaming. And then I'm just reading my book. I'm not saying a word to anybody. And then she comes in, so I said hi. I knew she'd probably yell. It was the third time. So I kind of went like this, and I went back to reading, and started screaming at everybody. Not like, okay, folks, please pay attention here. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen next. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like anything formal. She's going to start screaming because she is a person with little authority. So it's kick the dog. The husband comes home, he yells at the wife yells at the kid kicks the dog, or whatever. Goes down, and you shouldn't kick the dog, but that's the kind of thing it is. She has no power or very little power, and she's going to start trying to abuse those that she can. She wouldn't go and tell, Tom Hanks, you be quiet. No. We'll never see her again. Will she be thrown down a mine shaft in the middle of the desert, or will she just be never in Hollywood again? They know who they can mistreat, or treat good, treat bad, treat somewhere in the middle. But anyway, so she starts screaming at everybody, and then she turns to me, and I'm reading, I'm talking to her, just like this, listening to me. What do you not understand about shut up? And I said, well, I don't really get the shut. I'm a little fuzzy on the up. And everybody started laughing at her, because I just took the teeth out of the tiger. I don't understand shut. I'm a little fuzzy on the up. And I said, because I knew there's nothing she can do to me. She doesn't have the power to make me go home. She doesn't have the power to fire me. She doesn't have the power. She has no power. So I handled it that way. So she has no right to do that to me. I can tell, hey, don't talk to me. I have told people, don't talk that way to me. But usually they treat me like their friend, their buddy. We know it's work. This is show business. It's business. It's work. They love to have fun with you. You love to have fun with them. But when all comes down to it, it's a job. It's a gig. We have to make a product. So she said they kind of yelled at her and her sister. And I said, well, what was the call? She told me what the call was. They were looking for plus-size women. And this happens a lot. They want to hire you for something, and they do. And then they want to be angry with you because you are what they hired. It doesn't make sense. If they're looking for size 00, petite, waif models, okay, that's not them, right? But they're looking for women. I'm going to use the word. I hope I don't hurt anybody. They're looking for fat women, very fat women, in fact, and that's them. And so they're hired. So sometimes they'll say, "Come on, let's go." They're moving you from one place to another. Well, these women will probably walk a little bit slower than the little waif model they worked with last week. The waif models were 100, and these are like they're like turtles because they're very, very fat. So I think it was something about that. So I told them, since they're non-union, they can't go to the... Well, they could. If it's a SAG, there's one misconception. A lot of people think if they're non-union, they can't involve the Screen Actors Guild or any of that. They can. If the production has a SAG contract, then you could write to SAG. You could contact SAG. That's weird. This thing happened again. One second. Okay, you can write to SAG. It shouldn't have to go that far. If someone yells at you, it's probably going to be a PA, which is a production assistant, and they're at the lowest level. There'll be a second PA or a second AD or a second. They go all the way down. So you have the producer, then all of his people, then you have the director and all of their people. I said his. The producer and all of their people, and the director and all their going down. Whoop, whoop. And then at the very, very, very bottom of this big sieve is you down here. Okay, so yeah, you can make a complaint to the next level, but you can call. But remember, when you accept the job, this is how it works. They say, we're looking for a fat guy, David. I said, hey, I'm a fat guy. So Then they say, so I've now submitted. I submitted. Here's some photos of me. I'm a fat guy. That's called submitting. Then they say, hey, David, come to an audition. That used to happen. Now it's make an audition thing. So if you're a principal, if you're anything from a day player on up, you're probably gonna be treated pretty good. A support actor, a day player, even if you're very very featured background, you're probably being treated a little bit better than those that are lower than that. If you're a stand-in of that, the kind of things they really need you. You're not as easily. They always say we can replace you. Well, of course they can. You can replace the lead star, and that's happened before, right? They pull somebody. Someone has some kind of a conflict. They touch someone they shouldn't touch. They say something like "I like Donald Trump" or whatever. You must be fired. But yeah, so it doesn't have to only be at that level, at the beginning level, but it usually is. If you're mistreated or something happens, it's probably at the bottom level, the lower levels. So as you get a little bit up there, you're a little harder to replace. But so what happens first is they'll say, David, we're looking for some fat guys or whatever. And I say, okay, I'm a fat guy. Here's my photo. So now I've submitted. Now next step will be the audition process. Is it going to be electronic? I'm going to send it to them, or I'm going to show up, or maybe they'll say no. Sometimes you get offer only. They call them offer onlys, but it's really just offer. They'll say, David, no need to audition. If you want to do this, we'll give this to you. We've worked with you before. We'll give you 2 lines, and it's $1,800. Right there. That kind of thing. That happens. Offer only. I've got some good ones. It's a really good one. So thousands of dollars for just a day's work. But yeah, so then I would do that, and then you want to read. A lot of people say, please read the full description. That's called a breakdown. Please read the whole breakdown, or the whole description, or read the whole thing. So they say, we're looking for very, very fat people. Now you must be mobile, ambulatory. You must be mobile. We're going to have you do a lot of walking. This is a scene, let's say, that's at a fall carnival in Iowa, and there's gonna be a Ferris wheel here and over. They always seem to have the same package. It's a kind of a small Ferris wheel. There's a merry-go-round. There might be one of those scrambler things, and then there might be one of the slides where people get on the burlap bag and they slide down. That's about it for rides, and they're spread out. They put a bunch of lights on them, and then they have all these different booths where you're throwing a baseball and trying to knock down some milk bottles or whatever. So that they have the same scenario ever, but they usually try to space them out pretty far so they can accommodate large numbers of people, put lights on it, and make it look really, really big when it's really only like maybe 4 rides and 10 games and 6 food things, and then there's somebody walking by, picking up trash or sweeping, and they all these different things. There's a restroom, and there's maybe someone's drinking out of the drinking fountain. You know what I mean? You've seen it 1,000 times. Okay, they have that scenario. So they may say, even though you're a fat person, you must be able to walk around the thing. So if you accept that job, right now I'm going to be walking. It may be walking in the heat. They may say, we're going to film this from 8 in the morning. The call time will probably be around 8. Well, if it starts at 8, it's not going to end at 8:45. Although I've had somewhere I've signed in and just signed out right away because they canceled the scene and they just want to pay us for the minimum amount of time. And that's pretty sweet. Was that What I Like About You? One of those ones. I played the basketball guy, a basketball audience member, and we signed in, we signed out, and then we came back 3 days later, and then we signed in. We were there for 45 minutes to an hour, just some establishing shots, and then we went home. So that was really sweet. You want to work, you want to eat the food, you want to talk to people, you want to make connections, but you want to read a book. Always bring a book. But so if they do that kind of thing, you're going to walk. So if you get there and you start saying, well, I don't want to walk, well, that's on you. If you read the breakdown, you understand. We'll be out in any kind of weather. It might be hot. We start at 8 in the morning. Probably going to go to around 8 at night. 12 hours usually without the days. These about 12-hour days are usually standard. People say, like if I was working, let's say at McDonald's, we're talking McDonald's, and I said, David, did you work a long day? You say, man, yeah, I got overtime. I worked 8.5 hours. Oh, 30 minutes of overtime. That's great. In this business, hey, David, did you work? No, 12 hours, because that's the normal. So if you apply for something and it says it could be long hours, it could be outdoors, and you're going to be walking, and you complain, that's on you. But if they mistreat you, if they yell at you, if they call you things like, hey, fatso, come on, hey, fat, they can't call you names. They can't strike you. They can't do things dangerous. If you read something and it may say, I want you to do this, this, and this, and this, they may say, hey, to the 2 heavy ladies, we want to put you on the Ferris wheel. Now, they never agreed to ride anything. Now, lots of people like to ride a Ferris wheel. They just want, ooh, Ooh, there's my car. Hey, look how small everybody looks down there. That's fun. But you may be on that Ferris wheel 2.5 hours. And then they stop and they let everybody get up and go to the bathroom, get some drink, and then back on there for another 2.5 hours. Who knows? I've seen it where people have been on there for a long, long time. They had a, they come around, and then they'll put a PA down there to talk to the ride person. Hey, you guys okay? Yeah. Next. You guys okay? Yes. Are you okay? And then you're going around the circle. They ask everybody, are you okay? I could use a bathroom break. Okay, let's go and hold right there. Go ahead and come on off. And then they close the little gate. You run off. You run to the bathroom. Then they say, come on, let's everybody get off. Remember where you are. David, what number are you? I'm at number 7. Yellow, number 7. That kind of thing. But you may be stuck. See, I would probably say, you know what? I would do it, but I am diabetic, so there may be a chance I'll have to use the bathroom. How long do you think we'll be on there? I'm going to get off if I go to the bathroom. Somehow I'm going to get off that Ferris wheel. But if you know ahead of time, and if they ask you to do anything else when you're there, you can politely say, I'm not really comfortable to do that. It could be, hey, do you want to smoke a cigarette? We're not giving you extra money, but we need a few people. You'll get more face time. We're going to have 3 guys sitting there smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. Do you want to be one of that? You can say yes or no. If they say, hey, we're giving out a little bit of extra money, if you can do this. Sometimes I'll even say, hey, what did you bring in the way of wardrobe? What did you bring? There was one scene we did, and they weren't going to film they would film us only on the airplane, but they decided, well, this doesn't make sense. Let's film some people walking up. So they say, what do you have in the way of look? How'd you bring your clothes here today? And so I got a bag, which is it's an aviation bag. It's a big green bag. You've seen guys carry, not the duffel bag, which is long. So you'll see the military people carrying that bag. I said I have my A bag, which can you go get that? I don't know what that is. Bring one if you have. So I'll bring my garment bag and that and my raincoat. There you go. I just got a 3-way bump. I got a bump for the raincoat. I got a bump for the 2 pieces of luggage, and it might be an extra, $200 or $175, whatever. Just because I had brought those anyhow. So I put my garment bag over my arm, and then I'll have my A bag here, and then I'll fold the raincoat over there, walk real fast. Oh, where's the plane? Where's the plane? Or not the plane. At that point, it'd be we'd be going through check-in and all that. So they weren't gonna do that scene, but they did that scene, and there you go. It's extra money. So you read it very, very carefully. So make sure if you're angry with them for doing something that you think is mistreating you, make sure it's not just you not reading. Put on those readers and read every word, because they may say there's a chance you may get wet. There's a chance we may be walking. Sometimes we were walking through fields, and let's say like a carnival scenario, don't wear high heels, don't wear this, don't wear any shoes. You don't want to get scuffed up, because we will be walking through, and they tell you ahead of time. They're going to tell you ahead of time a lot of that. So a lot of times it's a misunderstanding. It's not that they're necessarily being mean to you. I think that this situation was that these women weren't, the whole group of women probably were slow walkers and probably complainers. They probably want to sit in a chair immediately. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes they'll say, okay, guys, we're going to take about a 20-minute break. Go ahead and go on a break. And you sit down. Oh, man, I'm tired. And they come to get you, and and you complain about getting up. Or they say, okay, guys, we're gonna turn the scene around. We're not gonna take a break. We're just stay exactly where you are. We're just gonna turn the scene around, and we're gonna replace you. Not replace you, get rid of you. We're gonna place you in a different place. So I'm standing here by the cotton candy thing like this, and okay, David, you're not gonna be the cotton candy. You can be over here looking at the menu for the hamburgers. Okay, and you're standing the whole time. So remember, you're gonna stand. You're gonna walk. They call you at that level. They didn't get any lines. The one lady, she's up for something that may have a line in it. It's a weight loss drug pharmaceutical thing, and she asked one question. They're like in a seminar. She raises her hand and says something like, "Can you drink milk with it?" Something like that. I don't know. But you're gonna walk a lot. You're gonna walk. They call us walking props that eat. When you're at that level, you're a walking prop that eats. On Gilmore Girls, you were called a cockroach. Now, can they say to your face, cockroach? Maybe they can. They never did it to me. But if they call you cockroach, nice to know you, maggot. You couldn't really say that. But remember, you may be non-union, but you're not non-human. I'd always tell people that you're not non-human. If they violate your rule, if they violate your rights, there's a labor board is available. You can call the health department if you think something's unhealthy. You can call OSHA, whatever that is. safety and health, whatever. You can call OSHA or whatever. There are different organizations that will help you. But I just try to get along with everyone. Sometimes it's hot. They can't really control that. There's a lot of things that will be out of their control. If it's like the weather we're having now here in California, it may be a sunny day, and then we're having our lunch, and we come out, and oh, man, it's sprinkling, and then it starts really raining. Well, that's it. I'm thinking, if they keep going, I'm gonna get extra money. That's why I was thinking, oh, it's a long day. Oh, extra money. Oh, we didn't get to eat on time. There's a meal penalty. Extra money. And that's how I look at it. I'm not all about money. I want to make sure my needs are taken care of by them, by me. So a lot of times I'll bring a bottle of water, that big blue bottle. If you go back that way, you'll see me carry. I do carry that with me. I don't drink their water, not because I don't like their water, but because I don't want to rely on them to give me water. So I'll have water. I bring my medication. Like this watch I got right now. I just got this watch for free from TikTok. It has a thing where every time my phone rings, it rings the watch too. So I wouldn't wear this watch on set. It's very, very cheap. I just throw it in my bag. If I brought it to there, I would just go and throw it in a bag. And sometimes they'll say, well, you can't wear your Fitbit. You can't have a Fitbit showing. Sometimes you can't wear this. Make sure you put your phones away because this is a movie from 1947. We don't want to accidentally see your phone in your pocket or something like that. Then they may tell you things like that. And they have the right to do that. So they usually tell you, remember, read. And if they truly do anything that's disrespectful or dangerous to you, they may say, can you climb a ladder? Maybe you can't. If you can't do it, and they ask you if you can do it, and you say yes, it's on you. So they'll have me sign something like, I'm going to climb up to the 4th rung of the ladder, and I'm going to reach up, and I'm going to reach up and grab an apple off of a fake apple tree. And I said I can do it. And then I come up the 3rd rung, and I'm so heavy the rung breaks, and I fall down. Wow, I'm going to sue. But I'm going to. They can take care of it. The insurance can take care of that. But I'll say it's a faulty ladder, not that I was too heavy. But that can happen. So remember, don't let them do anything to you. Don't you do anything to them. Just go in there and expect to have a good day. You never know. People always show up and they say, "What time do you think we'll be done?" They have no idea. So remember, you may know what time you start. It could change. It could say, David, we want you on set on Thursday, for example. Today's Monday. Thursday, we want you on set at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then they might call me on Tuesday and say, hey, David, not 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 in the morning. Whoa, that's a big difference. Okay, I'll be there. But you'll probably know the time you start. You'll never know the time you stop. Never. Yeah, they can tell you, it's going to be a short day, and it's 12 hours. They go, oh, man, it's going to be long. This is going to be a long one. Look at this. With all this dialogue. And then one of the actresses or actors, or what are we allowed to call them now? I don't know. Whatever you're allowed to call the people that are the principals. I think you still say principal. But maybe one of the principals gets laryngitis and they can't show up. And all of a sudden, your long day they think it's going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours, whatever it is, it ends up being 3. Because they're only going to shoot that first page because they can't do the rest. Have a good day, guys. Extra money because you have a shorter day. Then you can maybe try to pick up something else if you're a hustler. That's what I do. If something like that would happen, I'd be on the phone trying to find something else. So remember, non-union is not non-human. You do have rights. If it's not safe, call somebody that's involved in safety. Talk to people on the set. They're going to tell you who they are, who their boss is. You're going to see the fire department's going to be there usually if it's a big scene. Outdoor scene, the fire department's there. The medic is there. So if you're feeling like, oh man, I feel really sick, I think I'm going to faint, talk to the medic. The fire department's there. Hey, look at this. Is this safe? There's gasoline cans and open flame. Oh yeah, you're right. That's not safe. And then and you won't get in trouble for that. The fact they should thank you for that so that you don't have a large fire burn down the set. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Don't forget. Boop, 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 boop.